And we are ready to begin. Oh my gosh, we're really ready to begin. All right. I'll mute, and I'll put up the chat also. And so that's there. Mute all. I think we got it. Yep. Sorry. And there's the chat. All right, I'll put it in the corner. So it's up. If you write something, I'll definitely see it. All righty. So if you have blocks, let's have our blocks handy. And we'll start out actually on our backs. We're going to start out, we'll start out on our backs. And what I would like to do is start out by pulling right knee to chest. Pulling right knee to chest. And connecting with your back. And breath in. And exhale. And then let's do the other side, drawing knee to chest, stretching your low back. And breathe. And then from here, we're going to take your right leg up in the air. And I know, you might be tempted to use a strap, but let's see if we don't have to, and just point, flex, and point, flex. The arms are out at a T position. So we take the right leg over. If you have to bend your knee, that's fine. You're going to take the leg over and then come back to center. Inhale. Exhale across. And inhale, center. And exhaling across. And inhale, center. Let's do that one more time. I like this stretch because it's both strength and flexibility, like you have to hold right now, and then back to center. All right. Then grab hold of your foot, half lotus, so you get the stretch to the outer leg, and you can bend the elbows and breathe. Inhale and exhale. You could lift your head, stretching into the outer hip. And then we'll go the other direction. So let's just start out by pulling knee to chest. And then taking the leg up in the air. And you're going to point and flex and point and flex and point and flex. And then keeping the leg flexed, arms are out at a T position. We'll come across. So you're rolling on the outside hip, taking your leg across, turning your head opposite of the leg, and back to center. Exhale across, your head always moving opposite of the leg, and back to center. Let's do 3 more like that at your pace. And last one. And back to center. Good. And then hugging knee to chest. Good. Good, good. All right. And then holding your foot. So you have half lotus. Your knee is pointing off to the side, so it's an external rotation. Some do have to use a strap if you're really tight. And bend at your elbows so you're using your arm strength for the pulling, not using shoulders. And then maybe even lifting your head and taking head towards foot, and breathe. Exhale. Great. And then finally releasing. So we're going to come up to sitting. And then once up to sitting, feet are together. Your arms are up in the air. And then exhale, round your back slightly, and kind of like you're on a rowing machine, you're going to go back. And then you're going to come up, breathing in. Exhale back, and inhale up. And again, exhale back, and inhale up. and a twist. So you'll choose your side, turn, look back. Reach the arms up, inhale, and exhale, twist, and look back. And come back to center. So now we're coming to tabletop, reverse tabletop, right? So your heel draws up to where your knee is, right? So, and there's going to be 3 of them. If this hurts you, do bridge instead on your back. Inhale, press up. And when you press up, you tighten through the glutes, you'll tilt your head back, and then you'll lower. And if it makes sense to you to release your wrists each time, you can do that. So elbows tucked like back. And then inhale, reach up. Stay a little bit, breathe in, and lower. And last one, inhale up. Yeah, stretching in front of your body, and then lower. Good work. And from here, we have half spinal twist. So it might be that you modify or coming over more. So that starts to get into the outer hip. Left arm up into the air. Inhale. And elbow across knee, twist, and look back. And breathe. And release, and then we'll take it the other direction. So either right leg is straightened or right leg tucks underneath. Both sitting bones making contact. Sometimes you just have to use a block if that's not happening. And right arm up into the air. Inhale. Exhale. Elbow cross knee. Twist and look back. And breathe. And then finally releasing. Okay, so once again, it could be bridge, easiest. It could be tabletop again, or reverse plank. So my feet are together, hands press in. So I'm really squeezing shoulder blades back and press up, pointing through the toes, tilting your head back, and then releasing. And every time, on this one, I feel like there's a lot more weight on my wrist, so I do release each time. And inhale on the way up. Continue your breathing as you hold. And then as you exhale, you'll lower. And rolling out the wrists. And the 3 is the charm here. So inhale as you reach up, pointing through the toes, breathing, and lowering, and releasing the wrists. Good, good. All right. So we're going to come right to child's pose. And the first thing we'll do, if you have blocks, if you don't have blocks or you don't like using them, you don't have to. Everything can be done without. All right. So what I did is they're kind of separate. My hands will be on the blocks. Maybe you have one. That works as well. And you're lowering your head. So if you want, you can push the blocks away from you. Your hands are doing a push-down action, and you're pulling your pelvis back. Breathing in. Exhale. So with your arms elevated by the block and your forehead down, you get a greater shoulder stretch. And then we're going to walk over to the right. Walk over to the right. Grab hold of your left wrist and breathe. Walk across to your left. Grab hold of your right wrist. Stretch into the right side torso and breathe. And back to center. All right. So we're also coming to, it could be cat-cow. And again, what could be different here is this kind of cool. Your knees are on the block. My blocks are not soft, but it's still, they're still foam. And it seems to be okay, my knees on them. So rounding, inhale, arch. Round, exhale, tuck your belly in. Inhale, arch. And do that twice more. Doming your back. Get maximum movement in your spine. This is like the safest you can be with your back. This rounding and arching movement. Good. Then from here, the blocks are now again to the hands. This does not work if you have really soft foam blocks. Okay, mine are not soft. So, and I'm holding kind of the edge. My hands are curled, and I'm going to press back. So I have to make sure there's no slippage. My blocks are really not going to go anywhere. And then I press back. It might be that your heels come down, or you're just doing a regular downward facing dog. And breathe. You could pedal, working through your feet. That works. Breathing, moving. So just really making sure that you're moving through the tiny bones. Yeah. And then one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to, you can walk or spring forward, but the blocks are kind of in the way. So walk forward. Oh, what an excuse, huh? And then hands are to elbows. And so right hand holding left elbow, for example, I call it a sling, and you're just going to hang out in this sling. Stretch into your back and breathe. Deep breath in and exhale. Hands onto the thighs, press on up. And then as you're here, taking the arms up into the air, interlace fingers, press palms up, breathing in. Exhale. I know my arms are a little off screen, but hey, that's where we go. And side bend. Reach up and over. Breath in. Exhale. Come over, other side, side bend. Breathe in. Exhale. And those side bend movements always feel so wonderful. I have to say, they're such good feeling ones. So, all right. So we have sun salutations, and it is again. I'm using blocks, and whether you have them or not, it's fine. You can do without. Why? Okay. I'm going to make little adjustments here. I don't know. It's like a little imp, some little thing came in and moved on my desk, or the camera, where I go. Alrighty, so let's just have those blocks. I don't know how high you'll want them. And you're standing at the front end of your mat. Oh my goodness. I'm really trying to make it. I think that'll work. So inhale, reach up, arch back, and reach. Okay. Exhale, coming forward. So you're reaching for your blocks, and there you are in a forward fold. There are different ways to work this. I mean, some find, oh wow, I can rest my head down, see what works for you. For the most part, if you're very tight, it's really going to be about you reaching your hands to a block. Mm-hmm. From here, taking the blocks, the hands on the blocks, and your right foot will step back. Stay in your low lunge. So again, you could see how you may not need those blocks. I've done this many times without. And then I'm going to move back and forth. I'm going to push my heel back, and then I'm going to be on the very tips of my toes. Back and forth with the back leg. Okay. Then my back heel will come down. I'll leave the blocks where they are and come to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Palms maybe touching, or arms are shoulder distance apart. And look up. Breath in. Exhale. And come down. And then from here, we're going to come back to downward facing dog. So you could bring your hands on the blocks and press on back. Bring your feet closer together. Come forward to plank. Breathing in and exhale. And then from here, upward facing dog. So knees could be down or knees are up, toes curled under or feet extended, and breathe. Really stretching the front of your body, stretching the front of your body. Take the knees down, press back, bring your hands forward, walk your hands forward, head down. And you can have your knees slightly wide so your back, the back of your lungs expand, your low back stretches. And then move the blocks away, or let me see. Yeah, let's go ahead and have them in place. Because they can be a little wide, and you're going to go back to downward facing dog. And your right leg will come up into the air. Look at the blocks and place your foot forward. It makes bringing the foot forward so much easier. And when you're here, you're going to go that back and forth movement with your back foot. So really work through your foot. You might hear little pop sounds, little cracklies. Okay, so just gonna, the joints sometimes go popping here. All right, and then adjust the back heel down and come up, reaching the arms up, Virabhadrasana 1, and breathe. Inhale, exhale, maybe sharpening, see how can you work this pose. Palms can be together. I tend to take the arms shoulder distance apart. Hands to heart, come forward. And there you are again in forward bend, feet are together. So how does this work for you? Breathing in, exhale, and one more breath in, exhale. You're going to keep the blocks right where they're at. Come on up, sweep the arms up into the air, reach, inhale, arching back, and hands to heart center. Good work. Okay, so we have yet another, and let's see, I'm going to shift this, my mat a little bit. So this time, yeah, we'll still have the blocks in place. We'll work a little differently. Okay. So here we go. Hands are to heart center. Inhale, reach up. It's kind of driving me nuts. I don't really know why my camera's different today. Inhale, up, and down. And again, how will you work your blocks? You could walk your blocks forward, stretching, sending your sits bones back. You can have your knees soft. And then let's go ahead and take the left foot back. Pausing for a moment. What I'm going to have you do is bend your knee slightly. It's just hovering above the floor, not touching, and then straighten it. Bend the knee, and then straighten. One more, bend the knee, and straighten, back heel anchored down, and reaching up. And breathe. Deep breath in, exhale. We're going to add a twist here. So left hand could be on a block, on the floor, right hand on your low back. You're turning towards your right knee and reach your right arm up into the air. Nice twist. Breathe in. Exhale. Lowering. And then from here, I'm going to move the blocks so I can go into downward facing dog and not have my hands on blocks, not have blocks in the way. Feet are together. Deep breath in. Exhale. Come forward to plank. And then from here, lowering. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower onto the belly, extending the feet, and press up into cobra. Thighs are grounded. Breath in. Exhale. And breath in. And exhale. And then we press back, curling toes under, reach back, forehead down. Pressing back. And from here, we're going to take the left leg up into the air. Look at your hands as the left foot comes forward. We're adding a twist. So if you want, you can have your right hand on the block as you turn left. Arm up into the air, looking up towards the ceiling. See if you don't have to be heavy on that lower arm. Back heel comes down, warrior one. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Hands are to heart center, stepping forward. And as you come forward, take your hands to your elbows, stretch your back, breathing in. Exhale. Softening the knees, reach the arms up into the air, palms touch, and then they can separate again and look upward. And hands to heart center. Good. So from here, I'll go back. That's a nice way to have the mat for sun salutations. We're going to go wide. Let's just go wide. Heels turned in, toes turned out. And sure, it's good to see all of you, lots of you here. And dropping down. So you want to work. We want to work. We want the legs to fatigue. I know it sounds weird. You're kidding. We want the legs to fatigue? I thought this is yoga. Yeah. We're building our resistance, our perseverance, our stamina. So you're going to reach out, take your right arm over the other, wrap, and drop down a little more. See if you can be a little more upright. And breathe. Notice your toes are not gripping. They're relaxed. Breathe in. Exhale. Release the back of your neck. Open out. And left arm over the other. And wrap. Drop down. Breathe in. Exhale. From here, you're not done yet. We're going to take opposite hand, opposite leg, and the other arm comes up and over. You're going to drop down a little more. It's a side bend, and everything's going on. Your legs are starting to talk to you now. Come out. You can do this. One more side. Reach over. Come over. Breathe in. Exhale. And come out and feel accomplished. And heels, toes. Walk the feet in. It's like a little foot massage. And there you are. And breathing. Uddiyana Bandha is usually the feet are as wide as mat. I'll still face you, but you know, that's about the distance. So not as wide as horse. And hands about mid to upper thigh. I like to guide you. And we just, you're going to do, you'll work, see what works for you. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Dip your head down, pull the belly in, and inhale. 3 things happening. When you exhale, you don't take the breath back in, you pull your belly in, you take your chin into the chest, you tighten your pelvic floor muscles. 3 things, they're called 3 locks. You create a vacuum seal. And I want you to really connect into your abdominal muscles. Okay, when you inhale, you break the vacuum seal. Breathe in. Exhale. All the way. Pull the belly in. Inhale, break the seal. I did that one with you, so I couldn't really talk through it. And one more, breathing in. Exhale through the mouth. Pull the belly in. Breathe in. Good, good. So it's like a catharsis, it cleanses, it helps you to get in touch with your abdominal organs, and it helps boost metabolism. That's one good reason to do it. Okay, so anyways, here we are. It's have blocks will travel, whether you have blocks or not. This is how we'll work it. So your right foot is back, and we're going to come down using the blocks, and the knee will come down. I know some of you want a blanket under your knee. So here we are. My knee has gone beyond line of the ankle because I'm supporting with my hands. And breathe, stretching your hip flexor. Now, I'm going to adjust my legs so I have better alignment. And I'm going to bend my back knee. And some need blanket here, or knee padding. And maybe that's it. Or maybe left hand can reach right foot. Breathing in. Exhale. Going to come out and bring the arms up, crescent moon. Breathe in. Exhale. Walking across the other side. So you're just going to walk, because I need my blocks with me. And from here, bending the back leg lowers. And there you are. Adjusting your right foot so you have more support. And stretching your hip flexor. Breathing in. Exhale. And we're going to bend the back knee. And then from here, I'm going to grab, hold. So the right hand holding left foot. And you may as well twist towards your right as well. So if you can't reach the foot, no problem. You're just going to twist. Okay? Breathing in. Exhale. And then release, and let's take the arms up into the air. Breath in. Exhale. And lower, and we're going to take the blocks over. Okay, so on this one, it's a twist. It's prayer balance. So your back knee could be down. I'm going to be turning my back to the screen. You could simply take your arm over or elbow across knee, palms together in prayer, and twist. Some will take the back knee up and breathe. So the stretch starts, you could say, from the left hip. You're going to come out, have your right heel down, take your blocks with you, warrior two. You're going to hold your blocks as if you're holding 2 plates of, 1 plate of lasagna, 1 plate of manicotti. How's that? You've got some food here. And I must be hungry. I'm thinking about food here. So, and you're going to look at your left hand and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Really bend into your knee. It's a little harder. Why? The blocks weigh nothing. Why does that alter the pose? It's interesting. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Holding. Got to kind of grab them. And then walk across the other way. And from here, back knee will come down. It's going to start out with prayer balance. So, of course, you can keep your knee down, coming across your elbow, cross knee, twist. And maybe you can extend your back leg. Twist, because you know you're going to be able to open up later. And breathe. We're going to start to come out. Back heel comes down. Warrior two. So I'm holding. Oh, got to have 2 plates of something else. I don't know. What are they? Tony's potato salad. My sister Tony makes potato. We'll have her potato salad in both hands. And then you're looking over and breathing. Deep breath in and exhale. And then we're going to come back to that first side again, coming over. Now, as you come over, we're going to come up, so it's going to be pyramid, but I would like to set it up, pelvis squared. My back foot could be a little closer in. You could clasp hands or bring your hands into prayer behind your back and look up, breathing. This is the arch part. So we spend so much time low in the pose. It's very nice to go into this part. And then we start to come forward. So your left leg is straightened. If you have to bend it, you bend it. Some pause at the halfway point. Some can lower, bringing your head towards your knee. And breathe. As one time I was in Ricardo's class, and some of you remember Ricardo, and he used to say, chin to shin. And I looked over, and my goodness, he had his chin on his shin. Yeah. Breathe in. Exhale. And then we're going to release and press your hands into the floor of the block. Walk your hands to the outside with the block. Walk your hands the outside left foot and stretch the right side of your body. Oh yeah, you will feel taller, more relaxed, more elastic, more youthful, all this good stuff that comes with the yoga practice, especially today. And then, use a block if you like. We're going to be coming to Revolved Triangle. So right hand on the block, left hand on your back, turning, and eventually taking the left arm up into the air. Back heel anchored down. Release. And we'll just take the arms up, no block now. Open it out, extended side angle. Oh, extended side angle. So you could always have the elbow on knee. Oh, maybe the block comes in handy, or your hand to your ankle and open up, like undo all that spiraling. Stretch and breathe. We're going to come up so you can just straighten the leg. We'll reach for our blocks, bring them to the other side. So reach for your blocks, come up. This is the last of the journeys, okay? So you're turning. This is the last of half block will travel. You're on the last leg of the trip. So you're going to, you adjust so that you adjusted your pelvis. Then you come up, back heel down, right leg straightened. Just take a moment, set it up, really important. How will you do your hands, right? What will you do? And then look ahead of you, look upward, lift your heart center, and breathe. And then coming forward. So as you come forward, your legs are powerful, they're strong. And you're lowering, maybe bringing your head towards your knee. And I see like my right hip wants to curl forward, and I'm like saying, no, I want you squared. Breathe in. Exhale. going to release the hands. Take your blocks and walk them over to the right. Walk them off your mat if you can. Lower your head. Stretch the whole left side of your body. And then we'll add the revolved triangle. So left hand could be on a block, perhaps right hand on your low back. Turn, turn, turn towards your right straight leg, forward leg. Good. And then try to keep the back heel down and extend your right arm up into the air and breathe. Clear the mind. The mind will want to complain. It's not an easy pose. Let's see if you can be here, building on your stamina, building on your character. I think that yoga does that as well. Release. And then from here, you're going to bend the knee, shift. We're going to go wider, extended side angle. So coming over, see how that is for you. And you're like, you're unwinding, despiralizing, I don't know, after the twist. So create space and breathe. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Release. And as a sort of finisher, we're coming to a forward fold. So the feet are squared now. And we're going to come forward. So if you want your blocks, yeah, why not? You can have your blocks forwards, and then at the same time, like you're pushing them away and you're sending your sits bones back. Yep. And take a moment to release your neck. Just feel like you can really stretch your shoulders and your entire spine. You're warmed up now. Legs are happy to be here. Breathe in. Exhale. Remember, exhale, draw the belly in. So a good yoga breathing, which we could practice here because, we're upside down, is exactly what we've been doing. You inhale, you expand. And when you exhale, and this is all nasal breathing, when you exhale, you draw your navel in. You create that hollow, your navel moving up towards your spine. And Uddiyana Bandha is that extra step when you're on the empty. You don't have to do it from here, but it's when you're on the empty that you pull in. So you create a suction. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands on your legs, like walk yourself up. And then we have the heel, toes, foot massage come together. There you go. And breathing. So we have a little sequence here of balance. And when I said balance, did you sort of look at the clock and wonder, can I make my exit now? I hope you didn't. So we're going to start out with the right foot forward, and the foot is going to sweep the floor, the carpet, the mat, whatever you have. And I'm trying to stay center, sweeping the floor. Now, the foot is above the floor, and you're going to really swing out and up. We don't always do this. You're going to go out and up without moving your upper body too much. Sometimes you have to hold on to something. Out and up. And out and up. And again, out and up. And second side. So sweep the floor. You're going to hear that sound. If you're in sand, you're tracing out a deep groove in the sand for the heck of it. Tracing out the word love on the sand. I don't know. That's probably Joyce, you probably do that. She probably goes out there and writes out peace, love. Okay. And then you're going to let your leg go out to the side and over. Back and forth. Yeah. It's a big, wide circle. All right. Then, once you've done this, so that really helps your stabilizers, right? Your hip stabilizers. And then from here, what did I want to do? I had something in mind. Okay. Use a strap if you need to. It's your leg going to go out to the side, okay? So, but some of you will say, oh, I don't need my strap. I'm going to hold my big toe. And it's fine to hang on to something, by the way. Yeah, your left hand be holding onto a wall or a chair. That works. And then kick the leg out to the side. When you have a strap, you start the same way, by the way. I know what people do. I see it all the time. They'll go like this. They do this, and they go, but with the strap, you start so that you can contract your abdominals. You pause. Then you kick the leg out to the side. So it helps with your alignment. And maybe your free arm can extend outward and breathe. Bend the knee. The ankle is flexed. The leg is on the other side, and you have to bend your knee of the standing leg. And the easiest is your forward. It's like chair, or you drop down, really feeling like you're in chair. Good. I'm going to turn. There's also another way in which you can come down. Ooh, some of you will reach for blocks. Maybe you're reaching for the floor. Dropping down. Getting into the outside hip. Yep. Come up. Oh, I hope you're okay with this. We're going to come to half moon. Left hand down, the leg is coming up. Oh, we're going for the gold here. Breathe in. Exhale. Right leg up in the air. Oh, that looks very good. Very nice. So I usually do balance. I don't usually do the balance at the very end, and it works really nicely because you're limbered up and you're strong. So let's come to a squat. You might have to modify your squat. Maybe you could come down, and a squat never felt so welcoming. And breathe in. Exhale. That's challenging. Balance, and from what I can see, those of you who have your cameras on, they'll look pretty nice. Let's try the other side. Now you know, now you're like, oh, I want those blocks handy when I do that one, or, you know. So let's try the other side. Left, I think we did, yeah. So we're going to take the left. So strap or wrapping, strong core. And then when you feel ready, it's like you're waiting for the green light. You're waiting, and then you're like, okay, I'm there. And then you extend and breathe. Good. Looks really steady. Okay, now you're going to take your foot, your ankle, to your thigh and flex so that when you flex your left foot, you're going to protect your knee. And drop down. So this knee bending is very stable. It's not wobbling. Easiest would be hands are forward. Maybe you're like, okay, it's a chair. And I have to do the little turnaround. Ooh, that's fun. I should do that. A little turnaround. And breathe. And maybe you're like, okay, I can come forward. Maybe you can drop your arms down. You never know. Using blocks is fine. And it's all outer hip. It's like threading the needle from standing. Go ahead and come up. Half moon. Right hand down. Left leg up in the air. Flex the left ankle. There you go. Arm up in the air and breathe. And finally, the welcome squat. So you might modify or come all the way down, and you're like, yes. And just take a moment here, breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. So we are going to come to sitting. You're going to be so happy. Okay, coming on our backs, and we'll look at the shoulder stand cycle, but you know that I know not everybody does it, so I say legs up the wall if you prefer, and the other modification is right on your mat. You have a block, or maybe you just take your legs up in the air. Now, you could add something extra. It's worthwhile. Loop your feet together. You could try that. I'm going to do it. I usually do it for when I have the block under me, but I'm going to do shoulder stand, and I'm going to try to bind my legs together. So I have to you're going to have merman fin feet, okay? So you're kind of going up a little bit, so it's tight, okay? And then either you have a block under you, or you're like, oh, how am I supposed to get up now? Okay. And once you're up, you're going to really bring yourself up in this. And you're going to find that this actually helps you, because you could push your legs out into the strap, and kind of gives you a new way to work your legs. Or you could simply relax your legs, and they stay together effortlessly. See, if you're in shoulder stand, tuck your elbows in a little closer in, and breathe. Don't look at the screen, especially if you're in shoulder stand. And this shoulder stand, and legs up the wall or legs up in the air, Viparita Karani, wonderful for the immune system. And then we're going to take the feet, sort of like your feet are making their way towards, maybe you only go a little bit, maybe you have to bend your knees, some take the knees to the forehead, maybe you're going all the way into plow. If you were in plow, you're slowly coming out. The legs are still bound. That's okay. Bring your feet flat to the mat. We're going to go into fish pose. But as you're here, just take your head side, side. Release your neck. Again, I have not done fish with the legs bound, but one of the things you do in fish is you have fish fin feet. So, well, why not? There you go. And then your hands slip underneath. Some prefer to lie over a block. That works. Elbows bend, arch your back, tilt your head back, but your head has to touch the floor, the mat. So I slide until my head touches down. My feet slide until I touch down, and breathe. Fish eyes remain open, mouth slightly open. Imagine you have gills, and your lungs are open. Face relaxed. Release. And when you release, you're going to draw your legs in. Remove the binding. Once you remove the binding, have your hands on your knees and bring the knees together. I'm thinking of Marianne Kuchera. I don't know if Marianne's with us today. Marianne gives amazing massage, and sometimes they're very intense. And then at the end of the massage, the last 10, 15 minutes is nicey nice. Has anyone else ever? She's like, here, how about some nicey nice? And when she does the nicey nice, all of a sudden you're just like, when can I make my next appointment? And take your knees together and then reverse. So see, we're having nicey nice right now. So your knees are going wide and together, and it's like, oh, I can't wait for my next yoga session on Thursday. Breathe. Let's have the feet wide as the mat, and knees go side, side, nicey nice. Windshield wipers. Let's go side, side. Good. A few more. Yep, side, side. And just as we are, we're about ready to just take one foot and just press into your foot. Remember, we kind of dedicated this class to walking barefoot or walking mindfully. There's a whole concept out there called earthing, EARTHING. Earthing is this, walking barefoot and connecting your, to earth energy. Yeah. It's really big in Germany. When I was in Bavaria with Ursula Macmillan, many of you know her. She used to be a sack flipper, she and Tom. And they, we walked in these barefoot paths doing earthing. And it was cold out, and we were walking. Oh, just really amazing. Let's take hold of the other foot. And just when you walk today, I want you to think about how you kiss the earth with your feet or your shoes, because it's, after all, is December in Seattle. And I think some of you might be in California, and it's probably still not really barefoot weather there. Maybe it is. Depends where you're at. Oh, okay. So you're just like pressing your feet, and then you're going to release and just come to lying in stillness. Take a deep breath in, and you worked, and now you relax, and you feel the fruit of your efforts. From a physical point of view, relaxed. You just wrung out the tension from your body. Completely relaxing. The first quote I read earlier: "Forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair." Khalil Gibran, author of The Prophet. And the second quote: "We have to walk in a way that we only print peace and serenity on the earth. Walk as if you were kissing the earth with your feet." Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddhist monk, originally, I don't think he lives there. He might live in France, I can't remember. He is originally from Vietnam. Taking this last minute to connect to your breathing. going to begin to deepen your breath. Moving your hands, moving your feet. And I always say, take your time resurfacing. And then rolling to one side, you'll make your way to sitting, and you can turn your audio on, you can turn your video on,